Hi guys, Steve here. I hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to have a look at Grand Theft Bacon. You can find Grand Theft Bacon at grandtheftbacon.com. Please note, I'm not affiliated with this project in any way. I don't receive any referrals or anything of that like. I'm just letting you know what I have got involved with and how I'm finding it so far. Make sure you do your own research, have a look. There's a nice white paper, there's information about the team, there's FAQs. There's a roadmap, so there's plenty of reading that you can do before you decide whether it is something that you may or may not be interested in. I'm quite enjoying it so far, so I'll get in. So just to let you know, it's not financial advice. Do your own research and make your own decisions. I'm just some guy on the internet just reporting on my day-to-day goings on. Right, so on the home page you can see Grand Theft Bacon. If we ever scroll down together, you can play, stake and earn. So to play, you need to purchase an NFT, and the NFTs are bacons. So you can see all the lovely little graphics there, different types of bacons. They all look slightly different. You can scroll down, you can see that Grand Theft Bacon is an ambitious NFT game project. Their NFT collection consists of 10,000 randomly generated bacons, generated from 170 assets, and this is on the Avalanche chain. This is on the AVAX chain, Avalanche network. I'm quite happy with that because as you may be aware, if you're on the Ethereum blockchain, then the fees can be pretty high. So the fees on Avalanche network are very low in comparison, and the speed that the transactions go through has tended to be like super quick in comparison to some of the times that you can wait on the Ethereum network when the network's jam-packed full. So yeah, it's quite happy with this. The first 10,000 bacons that went through are known as Generation 0. I got in at that stage, and I did most of that on my phone, to be honest, because I was away in France at the time and my laptop was broken, so I had to do most of those on my phone. But if you're on the whitelist, they cost 2 AVAX per bacon. If you weren't on the whitelist, they cost 2.5 AVAX per bacon. I wasn't on the whitelist, so the first 4 I got cost me 10 AVAX, 10 AVAX Avalanche. So I got 4 bacons to begin with, and the game that you play, the tokens for the game, the things that you can earn or purchase are grease and eggs. Bacon and grease and bacon and eggs. They go well together. The game is Cops v Bacons. So they make reference to another sort of game, which I think it's still available, Wolf.game. So basically they've looked around at the play to earn NFT gaming space. They've seen what they like, the things that they think work well, and they have then incorporated them into their game and made the odd little tweaks here and there as it goes. So this whole space is going to develop a lot more, and I think it's a very, very interesting space. So Cops v Bacons, you do get the opportunity to win, get airdropped some bacon cops, and they have slightly different mechanics compared to the regular bacon NFTs, but we'll go through these as we go along. You can see there's a link to the white paper. I do recommend you do that. 10 gold bacons, they were posted out, they were sort of airdropped to 10 lucky wallets, 10 lucky users. I wasn't one of those, so I didn't get a sorcerer, superhero, pirate, an emperor, general, trader, mad titan, heistman, who looks like the guy out of that Netflix series, Money Heist, that's the one. The Godfather and the Rapper. Yeah, I didn't get any of those, but never mind. So phase 2, which I think is where we're at now, this is on the roadmap. So now that all 10,000 Genesis, Gen 0 bacons have been minted, things kick into gear, and the game model is going to start being more developed, and they're going to then look at sort of developing the game. But yeah, it's so far so good. So things they're about: impact, community, transparency, profit and utility. So they want the NFTs to have real utility, and if they have real utility, and that's the sort of the goal, which is a good thing, then that means that they have some value, some intrinsic value, some resale value, which we can use to, if at some point you've had enough, you can use them to shift them on and sell them. The team sort of synopsis, just quickly, as Bacon's there. You can find out more details. The main place to go for this type of information is within the white paper and within the Discord group, so you can have a look at the team. Questions about how can you use your NFT, where can you view your NFTs, why Bacon's? I think it just says because Bacon's are lit. And is this a rug? And no, it is not a rug. So yeah, well, let's hope so. I have a very good feeling about it. The way that they're running it, the way that they're running the Discord, it all feels very above board, genuine, and I feel fairly confident with this that it's a good project to be a part of so far. So that's your sort of greeting page. You can get into the white paper, which I do recommend you do. Go into here. You'll read about how the game works. You get the contract addresses for the grease, for the eggs, etc. So excuse the pun. You can find out the price list. So the first 10,000 bacons, as I said, sold for 2.5 avalanche each. The next 10,000, which is just completed actually, they were available. A bacon was available for 20,000 grease each. The grease is not very much per coin, so don't worry about that. It's cheap to get your bacon. But the main thing is, you don't focus on the cost, you focus on the rewards versus that cost. So at the moment, the bacons return 4,000 grease per day. So if you were to spend 20,000 grease to acquire a bacon, it's going to take 5 days for that bacon to return 20,000 grease. So 5 days to get a return. The return on investment for me is a kind of a no-brainer. It's that's the type of thing I like to have a go on. Even at 40,000 grease, I mean, you get 4,000 grease returned per day. It costs you 40,000 grease to get a bacon. It's going to take you 10 days. Now, there is a claim tax when you cash in your acquired grease from staking, and that's 20%. So the 20% needs to be factored in when you're looking at when do you get your return on investment. So for example, you're looking at actually sort of 12 days then, realistically, which is still, I mean, an incredible amount of time to get your outlay returned, in my opinion. Even at 80,000, I mean, you're looking at sort of 20 to 25 days to get your money returned. I'm still happy to go in and get extra bacons at that stage. It takes you to all the different mechanics, tells you how the grease coin token, should I say, is generated. It tells you about the eggs token, which is a secondary sort of deflationary token, because they're trying to manage the price, so it's not one of these projects where the token shoots off up to $500 a coin and then sort of crashes down to zero and then everything's, the project is done. They're very much trying to manage this project, so you get rewarded with grease for staking your bacon, but to then improve your standing in the game, to improve your hideout or improve your police station, these are all things that are in the game, then you would need to swap grease for the eggs token, and then you can use the eggs token to make upgrades. So rather than all the grease just being sold and people cashing it out left, right and centre for sort of US dollars, USDT, then you can actually use it to reinvest in the game, and they've got a secondary token to kind of balance it out. And so far so good, seems to be working out okay. Hopefully, again, long may that continue. I'm very, very happy with the way that this is going so far. Staking and hideout levels, again, it takes you into the different sort of levels. You start on level 0 on your hideout, which means you can have a maximum of three cops. It also means you can have a maximum of 10 bacons. I've just upgraded today. There'll be another video on the channel showing you how to, the actual mechanics for upgrading. And once you know how to do one upgrade, then that's it, because then you can upgrade from level 1 to level 2. And if there's further levels later down the line, the process will be the same. Anyway, so I managed to upgrade, which was great. They're now talking about sort of the regular bacons and how much grease is accumulated, all these type of things. When you cash out your accumulated grease, you can see the effect. You'll receive 80% of the grease that you accumulated on your bacon. That's because cops take a bribe of 20% of the cashed out grease in return for not raiding the gang. So the taxed grease is split among all the cops currently staked in the squadron. So it's quite interesting that, so if you have a cop, and we'll have a look at, we'll have a look in the game in a minute, but if you have a cop and you've got other people who are cashing out their grease from their regular bacon NFTs, then the grease that they cash out, 20% of that is coming back in and getting split out to people who own cops. I do own a cop, and the cop earns far more grease per day than the regular bacons, so it's, you know, it's really good. The white paper takes you through lots and lots of different dynamics and how different scenarios, and it takes you through token burning and what's planned later on, such as, you know, they're going to have heists and breeding, which is interesting. So there's going to be lots and lots of things are planned, but there's lots of discussion in the Discord group. If I take us into sort of Discord in here, and we can see that within Discord, in the announcements, you can go in, you can join Discord for free. I think I can put a link for it in YouTube. If I can, you can come in and have a look. But yeah, I mean, you can scroll back and go back to the beginning, and you'll see. So these are the admins. These are people running the project. Very upfront, putting, you know, contract addresses, letting you know exactly what's going on, when it's going on, and showing sort of the latest prices, what's going to happen today, what's going to happen tomorrow, having a little vote on a few things, etc. Really good community, quite lively, lots of chat going on in the general chat, people asking questions, and, you know, host of different languages. So if English isn't your native language, then you can see Chinese, German, Dutch, Greek, etc. There's plenty of different languages going on in there. Yeah, it's a really good community, and there are 8,600 members in there at present. Anyway, so back to the website. Now let's go and have a look at the game itself. So here we are. I've got other videos on how to acquire bacon, and it's not just a case of going down your local supermarket. No, how you acquire bacon. I've got videos showing you how to do that. You would need to acquire some grease. So you need some grease token, and you would then spend the grease to mint some bacon. So in the top left corner here, there's where you will mint the bacon. Once you purchase the bacon, it would appear on the right hand side in the unstaked part. There's no point leaving it there, in my opinion, not unless you're ready to sort of sell it on an exchange, which I'll come on to, which is quite exciting. But once you've got your bacon, you've staked it, so you would select your bacon, you would stake the bacon, and then it would appear down here. So at the present, I've upgraded the hideout, so I can now have 13 bacon. So I've got the maximum I'm allowed, which is 13 bacons in there, and they're acquiring 4,000 grease per bacon per day, and the cop is on 3,000. So in the time it's taken the one above to acquire 921 grease, the cop has acquired 3,060 grease. So yeah, the cop really is worth its weight in gold. What's quite exciting is once you, in each sort of band, so you can see on the minting process in the top left corner, the 2.5 AVAX was for the first 10,000, the next 10,000 which have been sold were at 20,000 grease, and now it's up to 40,000 grease to acquire one bacon. That's from 20,000 to 40,000 minted bacons, and then once it gets to 40,000 and one will then cost 80,000 grease per bacon. At any of those price points, as I said earlier, I personally still think it's a good idea to keep acquiring bacon, so I'll probably look to do that. I'm just going to let this build up for a few days now. Then going to look to probably take out a chunk of my sort of seed money, my investment, de-risk it, and anything else is then a bonus. But I'm certainly fairly confident to look to upgrade again. So within here, you've got staked. These are the bacons that I've got staked. Staking portal's not active yet. The stats are not active yet. These are all for late developments in the game. I can click upgrades. Tells me that my hideout is current level 1. So it was level 0 when I started, and I upgraded by exchanging grease for eggs. Again, there's a video for that. I can now have a maximum of 13 bacons within there. What I'm hoping for, because each band of bacon sells out, they will then do airdrops of cops. I am really hoping when they do the airdrop of cops, which will probably be in the next 24 to 48 hours, that I will receive another cop. Hopefully 2, who knows. I'd like to get at least 1 more cop. I'd be delighted if I did, because they're really sort of, you can see it's just generating far more grease than the standard bacon. So yeah, the more cops you have, the better, that's for sure. Interesting developments with the game is I'm just going to get on another screen just to make sure I'm on the right place. But they've recently used some of the money from purchasing the game over to buy a sort of plot of land in NFT world. So Grand Theft Bacon is coming to NFT world soon. Again, that's all within the Discord. I probably can't find it just as now, but if I search within there, perhaps I can. Worlds, let's put NFT worlds and search in there, and that's just come up with lots of questions. I was looking for the official announcement, and I can't find it just quickly, but they spent yeah, there we go. I mean, they've spent $30,000 on acquiring that plot of land. So, you know, of the money that's come in, they've spent $30,000 to acquire a plot of land in an NFT world, and soon we may be able to play our bacon game within this world. So really, really exciting stuff going on, and they've got lots of devs, lots of developers on the case. So that's quite exciting. To get your grease, again, I've done videos on this, but to get your grease, you just need to go into the moment they're using pangolin. They've had a couple of issues getting it on Trader Joe. Trader Joe are sort of dragging the heels because Trader Joe are that maxed out with many other projects. But you come on here, connect your wallet, which if I'm going to use MetaMask, but you can see you can use Coinbase or Wallet Connect, and can probably use others to be fair. But I'm going to connect my MetaMask. Coinbase always pops up just to be annoying. That's it. I'm now connected, and you can choose what coin you want to use to exchange for grease. So the default, because this is on the Avalanche network, the default will be AVAX. So you can buy AVAX sort of directly in MetaMask itself, or you can buy AVAX Avalanche in, you know, on a regular crypto exchange, be it Coinbase, Crypto.com, Binance, etc. Buy Avalanche wherever you want, and then send it over to your MetaMask, and then your balance within your MetaMask will appear in here. So if we have a look at my MetaMask wallet, you'll see in the assets there I've got 2.4575 Avalanche in there, and then it's just a case of what do you want to exchange it for and how much. So if we have a look on here, grease is added by the user. How did I add that? All I did was I went in and I pasted the address in there. Where did I get the address from? If you remember when we were looking at the white paper, it was somewhere near the top, contract addresses. So there's the grease address. All I did was copy that there, pop that into the exchange, and now grease appears. So I can select grease, and I could say I want to swap to Avalanche, and Avalanche is about $70 a coin at the minute, and that would give me just waiting for this to go through. There we go. I'll just do one Avalanche. So one Avalanche at the minute, $70 would be 24,000 grease. So to get one bacon at the minute, you're probably looking at about $130, something of that order, to get a bacon. At the current sort of grease price, I'm just going to go on another screen if you just bear with me while my head turns to the side. I'm just going to get many spreadsheets. I'm just going to get a spreadsheet open, but just to give you an indication of, you know, what that means. Obviously you're looking at about 12 days to get your money back. current price of grease is 0.0029. So I can get that open. I'll bring that over right now. There we are. Drag and drop it in. So that's the current price there. To the USD is 0.002851, and that would equate to, you're going to earn, it's going to cost you 40,000 grease. So to acquire that grease, to acquire that regular bacon, would cost you $114 plus avalanche fees. Avalanche fees tend to be anywhere from sort of 50 cents up to about $3. So you're probably looking, you know, $115 to $118, something around there maximum, to acquire a bacon. So bear that in mind, and then you're going to earn 4,000 grease tokens per day. So multiply that by the current grease price. So you would earn $11.40 per day. And then, so after, I'm going to call it 12 days. After 12 days, you'd have $136. Times that by 0.8, because you'll lose 20% to the claim tax. You'd have $109. So it's just about wiped its face after 12 days. 13 days, 100% wiped its face. Obviously that assumes that the price remains static. As you can see from the chart, this is the last 24 hours. The price has actually gone up over the last 24 hours. If it continues to go up, then happy days. We don't want it to go straight, so straight to the moon, but we just want it to gradually keep growing as the utility is recognised. Lastly, on this project, don't forget, this isn't one of the node projects. When you buy your bacon, these are actual NFTs that are verified on the blockchain, so you own these NFTs. You can sell these NFTs. If you decide after a week it's not for you, list them on the NFT market and get them sold. The NFT market is here, NF Trade or NFT Raid, NF Trade. You can see Grand Theft Bacon is here. It has been verified. It's got the blue sort of tick to show that. There's already been 2,989 sales. The floor price is 1.24. Just before, sort of half an hour ago, just before I started doing this video, the floor price was 1.09. So we're hoping that, I'm hoping to see that the price goes up. The average sale price is 2.5 AVAX. These are good figures. So if we have a look at AVAX again, I'll just bring it over from the other screen. If we have a look what the average selling price is, just get these on, avalanche, there we are. Okay, so the average selling price is 2.5. So the average selling price of each NFT is $176. Now if you remember from the calculations that we did, 40,000 times the current price is going to cost you about $118, something like that. Then they're actually selling for 176. So on that basis, it's not a bad buy. The regular bacons are actually tending to sell for a bit lower. So the floor price, if we take the bottom end of that there, 1.24. That's what the regular bacons are selling for, 1.24. So they're selling for about $88. The reason that I would buy them through the game rather than the exchange is because if you buy them through the game, then you're eligible for airdrops of cops, which if you get them from the marketplace, you're not. So yes, they will generate bacon grease for you, they'll generate grease, but you won't be eligible to get any cop drops. And I would recommend the cop drop, no guarantee, but you've got to be in it to win it, for example. But the actual cops themselves, if you do drop lucky and get one of those, then they seem to be selling, there's one there for 6.4 avalanche, another one for 7.8. These are good prices. So what would I say, 6.4, $452, 7.8, $550. If you get dropped a cop, then you're laughing really. And the highest sale price has been 52 Avalanche. That's quite incredible. Which, you know, so one of them has sold for $3,676. So these bacons have real utility. They plan on their roadmap to have real utility over the long term as the game develops. I certainly hope that's the case, and I hope that the price of the coin remains sort of static, well, stable should I say, rather than static. I'd like it to increase slightly, but yeah, long story short, Grand Theft Bacon, you buy the NFTs, you stake the NFTs, you earn Grease token per day. Within 12 days, 13 days max, you will get your money back. That's if the price remains exactly the same throughout that sort of 10 to 12 days. After that point, for me, anything else is a bonus. So I'm just looking forward to getting through the next week or so to get my investment back, and then after that point, you know, I'll look to reinvest to compound some of the profits each day. And yeah, I hope this is a long and prosperous video. Anyway, I'll leave it with you. If you've liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these, then please subscribe down below. Click the little bell notification next to the subscribe button, then you'll get notified when I release another video. And yeah, any questions, comments, also leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you go to betsfortoday.com, you can always contact me on there by going to the contact link on there as well. So thanks very much, and I'll see you on the very next video. Take care.